Welcome back. Now do remember that you can get all our top stories on our website, that's channelstv.com, and of course on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. And we encourage you to use the eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. So, if you have pictures or videos that you would like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu, and then follow the instructions. And now to take a look at the emergence of Mr. Abubakar Mahmood and the challenges that lay ahead of him as the new NBA president, I'm now being joined on News Across Nigeria by a legal practitioner, a former chairman of the NBA in Kaduna State, Mr. Olumuyiwa Oluwokere. Well, you're welcome to the program. All right, let's... All right, very well. Let's start by taking a look at this. It's the first time the NBA is electing its excos electronically. How would you score the process?
I think the process went fairly well. There were hitches at first, obviously, because this was the first time that we had something of this nature. Previously, we were doing delegate elections where people were voting manually. So this was the first time we did it electronically, and I think it was normal hitches, but I think generally it went very well. And I can also say that there were INEC observers who were skilled in IT techniques and who were present and also stated that they were very, very happy with the process.
So let's now take a look at some of the challenges. The NBA has in the past identified a number of these facing from its members, from delays in payment of judicial workers' salaries to attempts by the political class to infuse fear into the judiciary. Does the new leadership have its work cut out for it, as it is?
Well, obviously there are a number of problems, facing the legal profession and the judiciary. Yes, we have a lot of work to do. I'm sure the new president has, or the president-elect, he has a lot of ideas that we know relating to the judiciary. He wants to create a situation where we get predictable outcomes of cases, where the judiciary is, there are a lot of good people in the judiciary. The majority are good. Things going on in the judiciary are good, but there are things that need to be looked at and streamlined and at times even cleaned up. So yes, the president has his work cut out, but he is on top of the situation. He knows what the issues are.
Now, going around the country, I mean, taking a look at the way cases are being done, in different parts of the state, perhaps you would want to say that there's been some form of, should I say, disparity in the way some cases are being tried, right from the local up to, perhaps the state level. How does the leadership really intend to ensure that there's some form of unison, in the way cases are being treated?
Okay, of course, MBA, as you know, is not a legislative body. It doesn't make legislation, but it can advise, it can advocate. And of course, one of A.B. Mahmood's key campaign factors was to look at ways of ensuring predictable outcomes of cases that are instituted in courts. When I say predictable, I mean that, well, you know what the law is, all the judges know what the law is, and therefore it should be taken that certain outcomes will come out of certain issues. So I think what we're looking at there is to make sure that there are predictable outcomes. And the only way you can really do that is to ensure that the quality of staff, the quality of the judges that go to the judiciary is raised. Proper, transparent procedures of appointing judges based on merit are adhered to. That would be the major point to look at.
Now, let's still talk about the state level now. How much will the state enjoy from the new leadership from the NBA? That's at the national level. I'm talking about the states now. How wide will he reach out to them in terms of support?
When you say state, do you mean the branches?
Yes, the branches.
The branches of
the
NBA?
Branches and the various states. Across the country, exactly.
Yes, what in AB Mahmoud's campaign, manifesto, he had made it clear that he would want the branches to be strong, and that the strength of NBA will actually flow from the branches up to the national body. So what he intends to do, along with his EXCO and members of NBA, is to ensure that the branches are actually strong by building their capacity through training, through giving them better access to funding that is available to NBA through various mechanisms.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Olumiwa Oluwakere, for spending time with us on the program News Across Nigeria. We appreciate your thoughts. All right, let's move on now. Residents living along the Jebba Road may now heave a sigh of relief. That's as the federal government has reconstructed more than half of the damaged portion of that road. The highway, which links the southwest and indeed the northern part of the country, has been in a dilapidated state for quite a long time now, creating hardships for motorists and passengers plying that route.
The 93-kilometer road links the southwest and northern part of the country and is usually dreaded by motorists and passengers who use it. On a daily basis, heavy trucks fall along the road, creating gridlocks for days, while small vehicles maneuver their way out of the mess. The contract for the reconstruction of the road was first awarded in the year 2013, but was abandoned due to the non-release of funds to the contractor. Now the story has changed. The present administration has remobilized the contractor back to site.
The contractor re-engaged 365 workers, and the activity along the alignment has generated indirect employment of over 100. And the supervisory consultants re-engaged about 11 workers.
Some of the drivers and passengers expressed their appreciation to the federal government for coming to their aid.
Before, when we are coming from Ilorin, we can be there 12 hours down to Jebba, we reach home. But now we give glory to God.
Residents of Jebba and Bode Sahadu, host communities to the infrastructure, are also thankful.
We really thank the federal government for constructing the road for us, because by carrying our goods from Ilorin to Abuja or all those villages around this place is very easy now.
Currently, only 15 kilometers out of the 79 kilometers earlier earmarked for reconstruction is left for completion. Officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps are also on hand to maintain orderliness around the bad spot.
A major problem is the rains are making the roads worse. So, but each time we have been also partnering with the Federal Ministry of Works to ensure that whenever we have any problem at certain spots, we call their attention, and I'm happy to say that they have been coming.
While the motorists, passengers, including residents, heave a sigh of relief, They're also asking that the federal government should dualize the road to improve its capacity and lifespan.
Still to come on the program, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa receives the Swiss ambassador to Delta State. We'll tell you what happened at that meeting. Stay with us.